Hey everybody. Hi everyone, it's Anna and Selena, and we are here with day 9 of our video everyday StreamYard challenge. Introduce myself really quick. Anna Larson. I'm a copywriter, social media manager, and I work with this fabulous lady over here, Selena. Selena, you want to introduce yourself really quick?
Yeah, I am a Selena Konmaki, WordPress website designer and a social media manager. I run How Oldly Socially Inspired, and I am a Hawaii girl in the military, living this military life.
Living the military life. So we are here today, and actually we're going to be here every day for the entire month of April. That's what Video Every Day in April is all about. And so we hope you'll tune in with us for tips and tricks on live streaming, social media, copywriting, website building, and entrepreneurship. We're really excited about today. Today's topic is the 12 things that we're stealing from people who are more successful than us. And we're going to be talking about those 12 things because it would actually, just to really quickly just tell you kind of what it is. It was an article that I found and fell in love with because it really was, it struck a chord with me. Like they were innovative new ideas that you don't read all the time necessarily with, like in some of the other, like how to be successful kind of articles that you find.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Am I pulling it up? Should I pull it up?
Well, yeah, I think we're going to pull it up. We're going to throw we're going to throw the link to the article into the comments.
Yeah.
So Selena's going to do that in the group for the MilSpouse Creatives group, and I'm going to throw it in here in the comments for everyone else that's watching on a different platform. To the article into the comments.
Excuse me.
So Selena,
can you hear you?
There I am talking out loud. So, okay, so yes. All right, so we're going to just jump in. We've each chosen 2 things that we think are pertinent, and we'll go from there. So, Selena, why don't you start? You're muted.
It's been a day, you guys. It has been a day.
Welcome to Friday.
Okay, let me just kind of scoosh this down. But this is the title of the article, and it's on Anna's LinkedIn. If you're connected with her, go leave a comment on there. Tell her what your favorite thing is. So it is 12 things I stole from people more successful than me. And Anna and I wanted to go through and pick a couple that were our favorites. My first one that I want to mention is the pare down the numbers of decisions you make every day. Until I read this article, I did not understand that decision fatigue was a thing. And really what that means, and when you read the article, he talks about, you make decisions from the moment that you wake up, right? Like, do I wake up? Do I brush my teeth? Do I put on this clothes? Do I make breakfast? Do I have coffee or orange juice? You're constantly bombarded with making decisions the minute that you wake up. And some days you can be a rock star and you can do decisions all day long. And then there's some days where you just don't want to make one. And I thought that this was really neat, was just paring down the number of decisions you make every day. Now, look, you have to brush your teeth. I think that should just be a thing, because that could be really bad later on in life if you don't brush your teeth. But, I liked what it said, and it just kind of made me more cognizant of, like, maybe why I am tired is because my brain just does not want to make one more decision.
Yeah, I think one of the things I loved about what this article was saying is it said, by the end of the day, people are exhausted. So they'll just say yes. They'll say yes to almost anything. So as a salesperson, this is something that you should know, right? Like when you're asking people to do something, purchase something, follow through on something, and they're just tired of making those decisions, is it good to try and hit them at that low point in the day?
Yeah.
Or is it bad? And you really have to think about your ideal client and what direction they're going to go. Are they going to just say no and walk away because they're exhausted?
Mm-hmm.
And instead, you need to reach out to them first thing in the morning when they're energized and are ready to go for the day.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. And I thought that was super interesting from a business perspective.
No, I agree. And, I actually have, I have clients in Hawaii, but I'm in Texas. And when that time change hits, we go from 4 to 5. And it's, sometimes we're not at the same level of energy. because sometimes they call me when it's lunchtime and I'm almost toward the end of my day. And so knowing if we have to really connect, I have to really reserve some of that for those kind of conversations, but again, I think just being cognizant of what Anna just said, right? Getting them in the morning when you think that they can make a better decision. I will be honest though, I'm not a good morning person. So I particularly wouldn't want to be asked a question in the morning.
Yes, exactly. So, okay, so my favorite one, if you'll scroll down to number 11, Selena, my favorite one, number 11, is never ask for someone's opinion. And I loved this idea. What he says is don't ask their opinion, ask them for their advice. And the difference between the word opinion and the word advice is huge. An opinion is just what they think. Advice means that they're now putting some form of a person, they're putting themselves in ultimately the conversation that they're having. So it basically what it says is their answer has an impact on what you're asking, as opposed to just something that they may think one way or the other, and it's not that big of a deal. So it puts them in that introspective state of mind and turns the focus on themselves and not necessarily on you, because you're asking you're asking for advice, not just for their opinion. So they have ownership of it. They have ownership of their answer.
I liked how you ASMR'd it for a second.
How I what?
You did a little ASMR there, getting close to the microphone. I was just saying it's very soothing. No, I totally agree. And this wasn't one of mine, but when you hear your explanation of it, it totally makes sense.
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing for me is I do say, hey, what's your opinion on this? And in that case, really what I want to know is, what do you think of this? But if I'm really looking for a deeper, more thoughtful answer, using the word, hey, what advice would you give about this, is going to make all the difference in the way somebody's going to answer that question. Because now it puts it gives it just that little extra bit of oomph or responsibility for what they end up saying.
100%, Anna. Yeah. Okay, I don't remember the number. I'm going to go and I'm going to just scroll it. But mine was taking and deleting out the number 7 from your decision making. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny that it's not number 7 though? Do you think that was intentional? Okay, stop using the number 7. I was like, huh? When I saw the title, right? And then I read it and I was like, oh, that is so genius. 7 is such a neutral number when you're trying to rate something, whether you should keep it or not keep it, right? And so they say, do not allow yourself to use 7 when measuring something, because you can't make a good decision either way, right? And I thought, oh, that's really smart. And I know that there's been many times like, where am I going to eat? I rate this as 7, but that doesn't help me. How do I feel about this design? It's a 7, but that doesn't take me anywhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm going to use this, because I think the deal is letting me make the decision quicker, more efficiently, so I can move on to my next task and not being stuck.
Yeah, it definitely is a number that allows you to be meh about something.
Yeah.
It's that middle of the road where you don't have to commit fully, and you're not saying it's terrible. It's just, it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
So I love the idea that removing that number out of your vocabulary when you're coming up with, where does this rank on the importance scale?
Yeah, for sure.
It forces you into making decisions, and then refer back to decision fatigue, right? Don't make those decisions late in the day, or you're going to have way too many 7s on your list.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Real fast, just again, this is the article. So I would love, Anna's going to finish us off with her last favorite, but this is the article. We would love for you to read it and come back wherever you're watching this and comment to us, like, what was the one that resonated the most with you? Because I'm so curious. Okay, Anna, what number am I going to finish the show?
The last one to finish the show today is number 2. And so number 2 is tear up your to-do list. And I have to be honest, I am a to-do list girl. Like that is kind of my thing. So I was
Yeah.
like, what the heck is he trying to say? If I don't have a to-do list, I don't get anything done.
Yeah.
But if you really read that very first sentence, it says success is never achieved by the person who does the most things every day.
Mhm.
Success is always achieved by the person who does what is most important every day. And so
Yeah.
the advice here behind tearing up your to-do list is instead to make a success list in its place. So it's
Mhm.
not a micromanaged list of tasks that you have to complete, but it's
Yeah.
looking at the bigger picture and what is it you ultimately want to accomplish. And then you can subtask that out. But what's your end goal? And
Yeah.
that really like changed my mindset when I started creating this. Like I keep a monthly to-do list on my Trello board.
Mhm.
And it basically is an outline of all the tasks. And this month I took this and I grouped them under what the ultimate end goal accomplishment is supposed to be, kind of my
Yeah.
goal with each of my clients that I'm working with,
Mhm.
and then task listed out underneath that. And I just think that little tiny switch of mindset could make a huge impact in what I do every day and how I look at what I do.
Okay, quick question, because my mind is trying to understand this, right? I feel like the two lists are the same, but could you just give me an example of a to-do list we shouldn't have and a success list?
Yes. So my success list, okay, we're just going to use fake client A.
Yeah.
So for fake client A, their main goal is to increase their Instagram following by 10% this month. So
Mhm.
at the top of my checklist, it says increase Instagram followers by 10%. That's my checklist. That's my goal. And then underneath it are all the different little pieces of things I'm going to be accomplishing over the next month in order to make that success goal happen for
Got
them.
it.
And I think that just adding the success goal to my checklist, because before I just listed all the little things because they were
Yeah.
tasks, but I
Right.
wasn't recognizing this task has to do with this end goal. And then even over the weeks, sometimes you start to see, oh, maybe this isn't working as well as I thought. It's not reaching this goal. I think
Yeah.
that ultimately this month is what it's helped me do, define some of my priorities,
Yeah.
because some things that I thought might be working aren't working, and things that wasn't sure if they'd work or not maybe are working better. So it's
Mhm.
redefined priorities to make it easier for me to know what should be high on my priority list when it comes to the things I'm spending my time on. So hopefully that helps people understand a little bit better why I
I
love
do.
that one so much.
Yeah, no, I get it. I think because I'm not a to-do list person, because I realize I'm more about the time blocking. I don't know what it is, but yes. But that's what's interesting about this list, is seeing what people resonate the most with. And you know what? I did swing by one and I forgot. Anna and I both liked it, and I have to bring it back up. Because I was not thinking, hold on. It's first of all, when I saw this word in Anna's post, I was like, I think she spelled a word wrong, because I think that's not it. But I'm all like, mise en place, mise en place. It's French. So Anna probably can say it better than I.
No, I
Um,
don't speak French,
oh,
but mise en place, I don't know. I mean, if you add that
mise en
little like
place.
attempt at
Yeah.
an accent.
Yeah, anybody that speaks French, let us know. But it means to put in place. And essentially, chefs don't start cooking until everything is literally in place. I do come from the background of restaurant, and I know our chefs, everything is set up so that when you are building up and preparing a dish, you're not going to this refrigerator to look for it. It's laid out perfectly in how you'll need it. The pans are where they need to be. The ingredients are set up on the prep station where they need to be. And I really resonate with that mindset. It's like, I'll give you a sample of what I do for mise en place is in your Chrome tab, you can actually do bookmarks, but in a folder. So for one of my clients, we do podcast management. And so literally I have everything I need. So when she's ready and gives me her newest podcast update, I just go to the folder in the browser and I open up that folder, and opens up everything I need, the Dropbox where her stuff is, the podcast software I need to upload it in, my Trello board with her Trello board that has all the info on it, and the Canva link straight to her artwork that we need to do. I just click it one time, it opens it up, and I can start my process. And so I've put it in place, and I hope that others, I love that. I love this one so much. It probably is my absolute favorite because I totally understand if you spend the time to just set yourself up in the beginning, it saves so much time moving forward.
Yeah, it really resonated for me too, in the sense of being able to accomplish your goals. I mean, some of the
Mhm.
examples he gives in the article are like, hey, if you want to work out in the morning, lay out your workout clothes so
Yeah.
that you don't have any excuse like, oh, I can't find my shoes. Oh, I can't find my socks, or I
Yeah.
don't have a tank top to wear today.
Mhm.
Whatever your excuse might be that you would put in not accomplishing what you have decided the day before you want to accomplish. And I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Um, despite I'm gonna mention one more time, but despite the state of my office, I actually am a very organized person normally, and I do not cook until my kitchen is clean. Like, I need clean countertops, I need my
Yeah.
tools where I want it. When I start baking, everything comes out and it's all in
Yeah.
organized fashion on the counter, and it's because it helps that mind process. It
Yeah.
helps you be able to process what the next step is.
Yeah.
So
So,
love
you
it.
guys, we are at the end. Again, if you can say that word in French for us, that would be great because I don't know mise en place, mise en place. I thought Anna wrote it wrong, and I'm thinking there's no way she's a copywriter. I'm wrong. I know I am. Again, look for the article that we've linked in all the places that we're streaming today. Take a look at it. It really is a great article. And I think for any entrepreneurship, or any entrepreneur, this is fantastic. I'm so glad Anna found it. Seriously, so glad Anna found it.
It really has been like a huge topic of our conversations this week, even just amongst ourselves, like in
Yeah.
terms of like, oh, did you read that? You know what I just thought about? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. We'll see
All
you
right, guys.
tomorrow for our next 30-day day 10 beta challenge.
Yeah.
And until then, have a wonderful Friday.
Yes. Happy weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.